Alright, we're Group 6 with the modular prosthetic arm. Kevin Portillo, Kip Hayes, and Alexander Fager. So we got our EMG sensor in this week, and we did some testing around it. This is just the first kind of picture of the electrode setup that we have on my arm here. And then jumping into like how we're going to power everything. Obviously, we're using Arduino Uno, and we can't power all of that through that Arduino Uno, so we're going to have a just this 9-volt battery that will be plenty to run all the servos that we need.
Alrighty, in terms of the initial programming, the servo is working in junction with the EGM sensor, and the servo is allowed to rotate anywhere from 0 to 180 degrees. The signal is provided from the EGM sensor and is read as either 1 when resting and 1 as when flexing. And here's a video of the program working. Put it here on YouTube. So as you can see, when Kip is resting, it is at 0, and when he flexes, it immediately turns into 1, showing that the sensor is actually reading, and the servo is actually moving. There is a little discrepancy between the signals, so we are looking forward to improving that within our next week's progress. And that will be it for that part. So, Alex.
Yeah, so this week I printed the rest of the fingers, a thumb, and the wrist attachment. I also started some pre-assembly of parts. We're going to probably have to sand some of the things that go together, and we're also going to have to require some screws and metal pegs to actually have everything work together. So here's the pre-assembly. We see that practically all of the palm is assembled. The pinky, just like the tip of the pinky, failed, sadly, so I'm going to reprint that over this Monday probably. You see then the wrist attachment. It's supposed to be laying sideways, but it won't stand still, so I laid it up. Followed by the 2 forearm pieces. In the next image, we're going to see how the servo fits in it. Here's the image with the servo on it. This is the testing condition we had whenever we were testing the servo going on and off with Kevin's programming. The servo fits in there pretty nicely, snugly, and with some little holes for screws to then keep it in there permanently attached. This is not a video, it's just the image, but whenever it is working, the servo just turns left and right, and there's some little holes you can't see because they're horizontal to this image, I believe. But it's where the fishing line would be going through to eventually go to the fingers. So here's some problems from printings. Some of the prints need many supports, which cause damage. One of the good examples is the pinky I just printed. It failed because there wasn't enough supports to it. So we still have some issues, but I'm having less issues compared to last week. Here's the budget, pretty simple. We all have some more hours added to our work.
That is all.